is Eric Vale, the voice of Trunks, and you're listening to Chibi No Podcast.
Protect them all! Oh my god!
Wait, explosion, murder, gun! Dynamite!
Strong.
I'm stronger!
And what is up, peeps? It is time for another episode of Chibi No Podcast. You got me, Div the Smash Fan.
Mister.
And a lonely Japorian here.
Yeah, we're missing a fourth. We were going to have Shark King come, but he wasn't able to make it. And then we're going to have a secret OG returning, and then they decided not to come either. So, it's just us three.
I guess no OG characters.
No OG characters, not today. We're not Nintendo, and we can't just keep bringing OG characters and think that everyone's going to buy it.
Hey, it's going to happen, and people are going to buy it.
No. No, we have a lot to talk about because today is the 12th, and today we are talking about...
Demon Slayer, the movie.
No, we're not talking about Demon Slayer. We're talking about Nintendo.
Today.
I don't care.
I could give a rat's dick about it.
I do. I just barely came to see it. I have
Cool.
comments.
Okay,
You have comments, but why are you gonna?
Once I see a pirated version, then
why are you going to diss on the people in Nepal? They can't watch it.
Which people?
Nepal. It got delayed because I don't know.
Nepal watches Chibi the podcast.
Yeah, they watch Nepal, but they watch Demon Slayer.
They'll eventually get it.
Wow.
They'll have to pirate
Insensitive.
it. They'll pirate it. That's what.
I
Insensitive.
didn't release the movie. I didn't control when the movie's going to release. So
Still
it's
insensitive.
It's not my fault.
You're just being insensitive, man.
I'm just telling the way that it is.
You know what they could do? Just pirate it. That's what I.
Dude,
that's what I'm gonna
I'll
do.
tell you this much. The movie, it's a really good movie.
Wow.
And you probably said, like, coming from Paul, who's going to always defend the movie. You know,
No,
you know
I'm
me.
pretty sure it would be a solid film in the sense because we kind of know where they're going to be starting. I don't know where it's going to end, but all this from where this movie's starting to anywhere it can end will be good. You know, so it's not out of the realm of possibilities.
I mean,
I'm like I've said before in the past. I'm just upset it's a film. Like they could have just made a season. They're just being greedy.
Funny
That's
that you think
literally-
about that because I was thinking about this whole week. Like, why do people are mad about this making into a movie? And part of me, I was thinking because I'm also a guy who likes to watch anime movies. And the more anime movies that I watch, I have some movies that I really like and movies that I really hate. And the reason why I hate, especially if they do like foreign anime, is that they use original content, and sometimes they just pull the most random things ever. It looks cool, but people complain, well, it's not canon. But now you're going to the opposite side when they actually release canon stuff.
So I'll say I'm in the... I don't know who's on that side. For people who care for the canon, non-canon things, I'm more on the side of I'll watch a movie from an anime if it's a movie because it's original. If it's original story, I'll watch it because obviously there's not a show about it. There's not an anime season about this show from this series of an anime that has multiple seasons. I'm more okay with paying to watch a movie for it because that's how they want it to go because there's enough content in that story to make it into a film and not enough to stretch it into a season. So I'm cool with that. And wherever they put it in the timeline of that show, it's fine. Like I'm okay with it because it's a story. It's just it's a thing they wanted to incorporate because they wanted to do it, but how it fit into the original show probably wouldn't fit. So I'm cool with that. Maybe I'm the minority, maybe I'm the majority. I don't know. I'm fine with that. But if you're trying to just do a show that already has its footing and this is something they could have just released as a season of 10 or 12 episodes and they're trying to push into a movie, I personally have an issue with that and I don't like that.
But I gotta say, I feel like if they were to push into a movie, they put more budget into the movie than a TV show.
Yeah, that's usually what it is.
And
that's usually what it is.
It definitely shows that they actually spent a lot of money on this movie to make it like
I figured
very, very nice. Like I just look, it just made 11 million just from Thursday previous screenings in the US.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna like potentially saying like I think this movie is great. I was mentioned before on when we were talking on Messenger. I think the IGN scoring is very, very invalid. I heard about the flashbacks, which
you saw the flashbacks.
You saw the flashbacks.
I heard for the IGN review about like, the flashbacks are like, what's the point? And after watching this movie, I think I definitely see the reason why the flashback needed to be done. And
No, that's not a there's multiple flashbacks.
Yes. I know.
Not just the Hashira, but also the demons.
Well,
Yes.
no. We've already discussed that. It's how much time did that take away from the film?
It's not. I'll say this.
I don't think
it's not.
too much
It's
time.
not how much time. It's when they do the flashbacks that I get really upset at.
Okay.
See, on that, I have to disagree on this because after watching, I noticed that the flashback is actually complementary to the story in a sense that it makes sense. The flashback that it was
I
presented,
get you there. I get you
it's
there. I
definitely-
will understand that.
It builds upon what is happening at that particular moment.
Because
in
I mean,
time.
if we've read the manga and you've watched any of the seasons from Demon Slayer, whenever a demon's gonna die, they're like, "Oh, but this is my backstory of how I became a demon," and then they cut like 12 minutes of the episode into this, which is fine because it's an episode. I'm fine with that. But when it's a movie, that's my issue. So my thing, going back to it from you, how much of the backstory was taken? Like, did it just take it out of the did it take you out of
the story.
not the story, like the what's the word, like the feeling of what's going on, like let's say the adrenaline from the demon going to get killed, because I'm assuming a demon's going to die in the film. Let's just say that because we're not going to spoil
Or
anything.
demons are going to die.
Demons or demon, whatever. Let's just say that demon dies in the film, and then they do the backstory, obviously, because they always do that stuff. But how long is this backstory? Is this 10 minutes? And then like the demons finally die. It's like, but my only regret was I missed my brother or my sister or my family. Like, dude, this was 10 minutes or 15 minutes. This was way too long. Like,
Okay,
cut this to 5 minutes or 2.5 minutes, and then we can continue forwarding with the
I do this
momentum.
much.
That's my main concern. I'm fine with the backstory.
So-
I just the time
Okay,
invested in it.
before I answer that question, I have to emphasize that I do feel like the backstory, and the reason why they do it with the concept of demons is because they humanize them.
I hate
Yes.
that.
And I feel like that's very important because you also have got to understand that, hey, there are people that made bad choices and they decide to become demons because, and you know the backstory.
Yeah, but you know that some of these demons did not have that, and
Yeah,
I don't
right.
think they deserve
No,
that
no, no,
backstory.
No, all the
But-
ones
but-
that were, like, especially the upper lord, the
Upper moons.
upper moons, they have a backstory that I feel like it definitely
Well, also
complements
too.
You mean you're talking about the flamboyant one?
No, but you.
I don't believe now.
Too. In the manga, because I'm going off the manga.
Sure.
They gave you the backstory of each demon, whether it was important in the sense of like this person wasn't a bad person and they did what they needed to survive, or a person who was just a complete terrible person from birth to end to being a demon to death, just to show you the differences of how each moon is, and that's fine, because like obviously we knew about one that's one of the higher ranking moons,
Sure.
and why he became one because of what they were after,
Sure.
and that's understandable. Whereas the other one, who I'm assuming you're thinking of, was always a piece of shit the whole time. So like, if the movie, let's say, not this film, because I doubt it's this film, probably next film or the last film, if they're going to go into his backstory and what he did, it's going to be, if it's longer than 15 minutes, it's going to be stupid, because it's like, spoiler, this person was always a shitty person. If you saw the film or you watch the anime and you see who this person we're talking about, he's a shitty person in general. So if they're going to waste anything longer than 5 minutes on his backstory, it's just a waste of time.
So I'll tell you this much.
I'll say that.
When it comes to that, with that particular character, you don't get to see as much.
Well, yeah, it's not going to be for right now. It's
Right.
most likely going to be for the...
I actually,
films.
if I remember correctly, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that the movie, there's 3 main fights. And that's where the movie, that's the whole, like,
Yeah.
the length of the movie is these 3 fights.
Yep.
Yeah, so no, because with every
I
fight,
don't remember the
there's
order. I don't remember the
resolution.
order.
I know, but there's a resolution in each of those fights.
Okay, so I tell you this much. The last fight, which is like, I guess, the big fight.
And I know which fight that is.
Okay, I will say this. For me, I think it definitely adds to the story. But with that being said, I feel like a lot of people are going to feel like this backstory is way too long.
It was.
yeah.
Is that the one that has Channing Tatum in it, in that backstory?
I don't know who Wayne's name is.
I don't know who he plays either. I just know he's an A backstory. I just don't know which
I can't
one.
remember what the moons are. I can't look at the
I'll
pictures.
say, you want me to say? I can say it, but
Nah, don't.
I won't say it. Okay, I won't
no.
say it. But yes, I do feel like one of the backstories, a lot of people are going to be like, wait, this is way too much. I don't think I need it.
I'm pretty sure I know which one you're talking
But
about.
for me, I feel like this definitely, even though you get to know this character, I think it definitely provides a better picture of what the character was before he became a demon. But yeah, I think it doesn't. the way that it is also structured, it's not your typical movie that, hey, beginning, final, end, right? This is a continuous story. They basically put a break after this 3 fights and basically move on to the next, I guess, in the next movie.
Did they give you like a teaser or like a
Like
not like a mid-credit scene, but they give you like a teaser of what's next, or what's left.
Like
Yes.
Genesis.
So you know, like they finish the fight, and then the fourth fight is like, oh, and you see who the fourth fight is going to be, and then it ends.
Kind of. You basically see who's
like-
going to be going next.
Okay.
I don't know if there's after credits. I didn't stay. That's why I came a little late because I need to come right away. But I don't know if there's any after credits. But from basically in the movie itself, there is teasers of what's to come.
The next one's to fight.
Is there any indication of when it's coming out?
They haven't announced
next
that yet.
year.
No. Yeah.
Probably fall.
Yeah, but I'll definitely say
Oh, stupid.
I can see a lot of
Probably.
people. I can see a lot of people coming back to watch the movie again. I really enjoy the movie. I think like apart from like it's a long movie.
It's
It's
almost 2.5 hours.
right. It's a long movie.
Oh,
but
okay. So that's different. I didn't know the length. I thought it was
Yeah.
going to be like a.
It's almost about the length of 6 episodes, because every episode is if you take out the intro and the outro, it's like 21, 22 minutes, 23 minutes around that time. So it's about 6 episodes. It would be in a series in a season.
But yeah, they
I
up
can
a
give it
notch.
some leeway on that. Look,
it comes
I'll
to
say this.
animation.
And if I need to eat my words, I'll eat my words. But I will not pay to watch this film. I'll watch it whenever somebody magically has the film
Or
on my.
buys you a ticket,
No, even then.
right?
No,
If someone
no.
buys you a ticket, I'm going. I'm not. No one says no one. I don't say no to free.
If someone,
I just
okay,
won't.
if it doesn't come out of my pocket, fine. But if I end up enjoying it, then I will pay for the next movie. I'll say that just to eat my words
No,
on
that's
that. If I enjoy it, then I'll pay for the next. Well, I need to watch the last season and 2 seasons because
You don't have to worry about the
Watch
last season.
Well, it doesn't matter because the last 2 seasons were kind of meh, in my opinion. So, like in the sense of like,
Oh, you're talking about you didn't like the Swordsmith Village arc?
I saw it, but like it was just meh. It was just too.
It's interesting. A lot of people didn't like that arc that much.
No, it
The
wasn't bad.
Swordsmith was actually it's different because
It wasn't bad. It just wasn't
well,
like.
I'm gonna tell you why it's different because at the very beginning, the first season, or remember second season, you have like the trio, right? But once they go into the district, that's where the trio starts shifting and eat more on other characters and the trio, the original.
Yeah,
trio.
they expand the other.
Exactly.
Yeah, which I'm fine with. I'm just saying, like, it was the last 2 seasons ago with the
As a
long-haired
red
kid,
light.
the fish guy monster thing. The
Oh,
one in the
that-
jar.
The training.
Oh,
arc?
that was that.
No, that was before.
No,
training
that
arc.
was the Swordsmith arc.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that one was good. That one was good. It just wasn't as great as the other ones, but still really good. But the season after that,
Which is the training arc.
I didn't care a rat's ass
So
about.
I do feel like when it comes to the way that everything was organized, they didn't execute it right. And the other thing that I want to blame, I guess, is the way that they kind of advertised the first 3 episodes in the movie theaters. I know a lot of friends who they thought, oh, hey, there's another Demon Slayer movie after the Mugen Train. They did that a couple for like the next 2 seasons.
Yeah, bad.
And everybody
advertising.
thought like, oh, it's a new movie. It's a new movie. It's basically a recap.
It's a recap to the last 2 episodes of the last season, and then 1 episode of the new
Right,
season.
which I feel like that was a bad move. Maybe the way they advertised it because a lot of people thought it was actually a movie. So when this movie came out, like, oh, they're just gonna put it on the TV series, and that's not the case.
Watch if it would be funny.
probably
5 years
will.
later, like we're gonna release it on Crunchyroll. Oh, and like, as a series, I'm like,
They probably
Dude,
will to milk
I
it
don't think
more.
they will.
They'll probably will to.
They will
milk
release
it.
the movie in parts, but I don't think they'll make it.
I
into
think they'll
episodes.
release episodes.
they did. They do
probably
the
will.
opposite all the time, where they release the series or the season, and then they're like, let's make a recap movie
They
with
did that
2
with
minutes
Mu-
of
they did-
extra.
They
scenes.
did that with Mugen Train. They're
They did
probably
that with
gonna
Attack
do
on
that.
Titan.
They're most likely going to do
Oh,
that.
they have recap movies.
No, but then the recap was sometimes add things. Remember, in
Sure.
yeah. So they're in their whole like promotion. Be like, but look, we have 2 minutes of never before seen, and so that's their whole like
But
spiel.
but
So
then
and again, the reason for the Mugen Train was like, did you want to know how Rengoku got on the train? Well, watch out for episode 1. That's how
So-
you find out. I don't give a shiz.
Here's
That's
the
the
deal.
point. That's what they do.
Here's the thing, and this is another thing that they, I guess, confuse a lot of fans because in the past they didn't call it movies; they call it
Specials or ovas,
right
Yeah.
original video animations, and they're basically like 30-minute episode, like a recap.
Yeah, it's fine.
So I think there has been a lot of naming confusion. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, well, it's a movie now," but not necessarily. I guess they can release an original video animation in the theaters, but I wouldn't call it a movie itself.
Yeah, I think things are getting clarified more as time goes on, which is fine. I'm not it's whatever. But like I said, my initial thing is I don't like that it was a movie.
That's
but
fine.
If, like I said, when I watch it and if it's good and I have a good time with it, then like I said, I will eat my words with it. But right now, I will not put a single penny towards this film.
And that's fair. I'm just really amazed of how much money they put on the animation.
Good, good. They should.
It was.
They
I think
should.
it definitely leveled up in comparison to other the anime series. That's my spiel.
Good to hear.
Okay. As we're dogging, well, not
Dogging?
not Japonian, but as I am dogging on, we're gonna now move our dogging onto Toei. I'm gonna pass this up again back to Japonian because
You shared it this with us earlier.
let's talk a little bit about this, about some things that are facts. Okay, facts.
All right.
Technology is growing and accelerating rapidly, a lot faster in the past 10 years than in the past, if you go back to 2010, in the past 20 years, everything's accelerating quickly, right? One big thing and a very controversial thing is integrating artificial intelligence into everything. Advertising, could be music videos, could be
art,
music. I just, before we go into Toei, there is a controversial topic about K-pop because I guess someone said that someone made an AI K-pop singer. I don't know. It's like not Hatsune Miku thing, but like a K-pop singer or group. And apparently some company is wanting to fork out money to quote unquote sign this K-pop singer. An AI one. Again, I don't know a lot about, but again, it doesn't surprise me because there's a lot of AI. There's AI generated covers, like in Linkin Park. With when they came out with the new album From Zero,
sure.
A lot of people said they had AI replicate Chester Bennington's voice. Be like, what if he's saying the Emptiness Machine? What if he's saying Two-Faced? So they changed it. So again, that ethical questions are coming with that because I don't know why you'd want to do that. And again, if voice actors pass away, they might use AI to replicate their voices. I think another possible subject is James Earl Jones.
He did say that.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
And didn't Stanley too?
I don't know about Stanley.
Okay, I remember.
So James Earl Jones, so they can use. So Disney could use his voice and Vader's voice for however many years they want. So
Definitely.
Again, there's ethics up behind that, right? Ethical questions and whether that's fine or not. I mean, he gave his permission, but again, anyway. So the whole thing is AI is going to be integrated into entertainment, no matter what.
Sure.
Right? That's going to happen in every aspect, in some form. Okay, so kind of to preface this is where Toei is going into, and so now you can explain what they
So basically, a
animation.
brief summary of this is basically Toei is testing AI in doing like tasks when it comes to animating, like adding backgrounds and coloring. And a lot of fans are accusing the studio of disrespecting the animators, like craft and labor. They say, like, how come they're going to do this? They shouldn't be doing this. The whole AI kubacle, right? Toei responded to that comment, and they mentioned that they are using this to help speed up the animation development, but they won't use AI to replace human artists. Now, I mean, I think there's a lot of benefits when it comes to AI if it's done correctly.
Yeah.
And if they start abusing the AI, I think that's basically when it comes to a tipping point.
I'll say this. Too much of a good thing could be bad for you.
Sure.
No matter what. Whatever you ingest in your body or what you ingest in your mind or what you're watching, too much of a good thing can be bad.
My view on this is if it's to help with something that, I mean, okay, if you're an animator, you can't look at my face and say, yeah, I love just coloring the backgrounds. Because there are people that just do that because it needs to be done by someone. They have assistants for that.
Sure.
But now you have a big company like Toei. So it's like, okay, if I'm not paying someone or if I'm not hiring someone to just color the backgrounds, again, this is my hope, is a bit, okay, well, if I'm not paying someone to do that, then the money I would have spent on that, which money I'm saving because I'm using AI, I can use it to pay the animators. That's my hope.
Or, yes,
because
I would
because
love to have
animators
that.
are
Underpaid
we've
severely.
underpaid. They're overworked. We all know that. So if this can help the animators have a somewhat normal life with a decent pay.
Don't they make like $20,000 a year? Like equal.
They may a lot. The income is low. I don't know.
Income is low for the quality
They
that
work
they
like
give.
90 hours a week or some stupid number like that.
Yeah, and again, and again, mangakas as well. Like they work 12, 15 hours like a day to get their 15 pages or up to 15, 17 pages on a weekly deadline. So anyway, I'm hoping that this helps with possibly paying. I hope it doesn't.
I mean, especially when it comes to One Piece, because that's the production that was primarily commented on this. They have to make a lot of episodes, and there are so many episodes, and trying to wait to animate all of that.
And then how intense the animation is. This is where I will say this, and I wouldn't say this normally, but the only time I think it'd be okay with the AI animation to fill in things would be a lot of the small background stuff, like
the background
trees or
color.
bushes
Yeah.
or some buildings in the background that don't need to be super detailed, just like things like that, like.
Yeah.
And then what you could do too is you can have a human review it too, because AI is not going to be perfect. If it looks bad or it look like let's say they have let's say they want to be more controversial. They want to add people walking in the background, and then you see a person with 8 fingers. Oh no, we got to clean this up. It needs to be 5 fingers. Type of thing. That's I don't think that's okay. But like if you need to do it eventually, because it's probably going to be that way for whatever. But like if you have human to correct it, then I think that'll be a useful tool to get things out. And because like I'll say this is a good example, even though the art and animation isn't a 10 out of 10, it's like a 3 out of 10 in animation, but that's how it's used is a good one is South Park. Their animation's just meh, but they can push out an episode in a week. They can find the episode they want to write on Sunday, start animating it on Tuesday, record the lines on everything, and then it'll be ready for whatever the episode drops. That's how they did it. They had there's a YouTube video of it, how they make an episode in a week.
Yeah.
But that makes sense with how that works. So if that can push animations for animes and stuff, instead of being wasn't it average like an episode like every 3 months it takes them to make one?
Simpsons, I can only go by Simpsons. Simpsons, it would take 6 months to complete one episode.
Okay. So let's say that cuts their time down to 4 months, and that gives them more breathing room. I think to a point it's better, but if they're paying the artists and animators more, I'm okay with it to a point. It just needs to be like the non-important stuff, like the clouds in the sky or the plane flying by in the episode that happens, or
something very minimal, just basically to help when it comes to production and development. Trying to improve efficiency for sure.
It depends. Like again, if we're pushing things again, let's use One Piece. One Piece is already on like the heels of where the manga is.
Sure.
If they're able to make the episodes quicker, that's going to lead to either they're elongating or stretching out storylines, or making more filler, or as they did a few months ago, they took a break. I think the break would be the best thing. I don't know.
I don't think we'll get to that particular point. I think another example that may be beneficial, because I know that there's a lot of anime that has not been completed. They haven't finished the animation, even when it gets released television. That's when they release the DVD sales and Blu-rays.
or like a good example was Jujutsu Kaisen.
There you go. See,
But that wasn't the background though. That was key at
but
animation.
Imagine
on that.
this: if they're able to help with doing the background, meaning that they have more time to emphasize on the key.
If the
animation.
background animators can help focus on the key animations, then the timing shortens.
Right, it can definitely help and
So
improve.
that's fine.
I think that's where the
there's
key
this
is.
fine line.
I don't think it's going to get to the point of we're going to speed up all the episodes. Sure.
Right now.
But I also think, I know a lot of people are going to be very skeptical when it comes to AI.
It should be.
When it comes to anime. I think that it also, whether you like it or not, it has to be regulated.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because I know that here in the States are barely passing some laws. That's what there was the whole actor strike, that the gamers, video game actors, voice actors strike as well too, because they want to make sure that can be regulated. And if that can happen in anime, I think that would be very beneficial. Because right now, I know this is not the only example. I know that you guys probably heard, but there's other companies. I think that Crunchyroll was also under fire for a little bit because they use AI to translate anime. And
you did see him because there was, I can't remember which anime it was I was watching, and I was like, I don't think that was the right. I mean, I don't know Japanese very well. I can understand a few things, but I'm pretty sure that's not what they meant to say.
Right. And see, AI is going to be everywhere. But I think the key is being able to regulate it in a way that it becomes our help rather than becoming our
crutch.
Right?
Yeah. Like an example is this, like YouTube's been using it. So like, I wanted just going back to from last week, and I was talking about lean beef patty. She has YouTube videos, and YouTube will AI her voice for Spanish.
Oh yeah, they have.
But
that.
it's her voice, but she's speaking Spanish, but she doesn't know a lick of Spanish. So that's because YouTube was like, okay, yeah, fans who like her like in Spanish, okay, we'll just AI her voice and then talk in Spanish to them, and that's how they'll watch the videos.
I wonder if she actually signed for that.
I don't know.
See,
I think, but again, that's where I think you're moving into very sketchy waters because now these people are gonna be like, oh, this person speaks Spanish like me, and then when they go actually meet this person, if that happens, she'd be like, I don't know what you're saying, man.
She just need to get the new AirPods,
the new Duolingo.
No, the AirPods.
The AirPods they released.
AirPods 3.
Yep.
But that would mean they both would need it. She doesn't speak Spanish.
You can use one. It will help if you have two.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, the whole point would be hearing them speaking your language.
The thing is, they should know because her mouth flaps aren't going to be matching to when she's speaking in Spanish. It's just her audio is going to be changed to Spanish.
They can also use AI to change the flaps.
But that's if YouTube wants to put in that money to do that. It's just probably the audio.
There's companies that have done that already.
Yeah, but there's companies. This is a single person who's not. If YouTube's just doing the audio part, then YouTube, that's all they care about.
I think that's fine.
I think if they do that, if your voice gets AI'd for translations,
but I guess
they should put a thing in the front, like how South Park,
right? Kind of like it's
not
how
like South Park will tell you like, oh, so all this stuff that they do about people or that it's just for fun. Oh, you should watch this kind of thing. Or it should just tell you the same thing, like, oh, this voice is AI generated to fit your local language, and so this person probably doesn't speak this language, but we set it up this way.
I think that's also scary too.
It is.
Imagine, okay, this could be like awesome and kind of like dangerous at the same time. Imagine if they were to do that with anime. If they were just to do AI to replace the Japanese voice
or English voice, any voices,
the original show, but you wanted in a different language rather than having localization and having other people like do the voice for that
because
show.
that'd be weird, wouldn't it? Like the voice actress for Goku to speak English and do all of her stuff in English.
But they can do it. They can easily do it to we don't have to pay any more dubbers.
Yeah.
Or they could just take those voices and just dub them. Just use those voices. Be like, hey, we can replicate it.
The voice of as Goku speaks, so it can match with what. See, I mean,
but that's what you were saying. They should regulate it so this type of stuff.
It would be weird if Nozawa they made her the English voice of Goku because voice iconic. I don't like her voice, but if they made her to be English, I'd be that'd be
never say never. That's kind of like a scary territory as well because I know.
I'm pretty sure somebody's probably AI'd that.
Oh no, I see videos already.
Yeah, there's videos
I haven't seen anything.
I've seen a lot of videos. It wasn't anime, but it was like some YouTube videos of a guy doing a video and then they dub his voice and mouth flaps to sound it in Chinese or in Korean, all other languages.
That's so weird because I don't like. I
think it's cool, but at the same time,
oh no, it's creepy, man. This is Terminator. This is Skynet.
I would like it if they paid the person to translate. If you're like a big enough YouTuber, like a good example is Mr. Beast, and I don't like Mr. Beast, but a good example is him. When he does Japanese stuff, he hired the voice actress for Naruto to voice him when he does his videos for Japan.
But then if he finds about this technology, I don't have to.
He probably
pay
makes
her.
a lot more money than Naruto's paid her.
I don't have he can.
I don't know.
He can easily say I don't have to pay her. I can just do it my own. I can just hire that software. I don't have to
You'd have to ask Japan. Say do they make actually pretty good money?
It depends. Like the longer you are, the more you have done. I think there's more recognition and more money.
I know they're recognized more.
When they start early, they don't make too much money. That's why they're trying to break into different animes.
That's why you want to get the big role. Like, oh, you're gonna play Naruto.
Pikachu.
Dude, that chick, she makes bank. All she does is Pikachu, and she does Just the emotions?
What else does she do? Is she in Sailor Moon?
No, she's Chopper.
Chopper. She's Chopper. That's what it was.
Yeah, but that's what like it comes to, but at the same time, it could be kind of cool because imagine in the aspect, you don't have to learn a language.
That's also true.
You can just have like your device and you can speak in Spanish and people can understand
but
you.
that makes it everything. This is WALL-E.
This is what I'm
you know
saying.
what's going on? This is Terminator WALL-E. We're heading to like
we're
the
heading
worst
into that
things ever.
direction too, so.
No, she's okay.
Cable.
She's okay.
Don't
That's why it has
Cable.
to be some kind of regulation, specifically in the environment of anime. Like you mentioned, I think the animators, the people that work in the anime, they don't get paid enough. And I think
For the quality they do. No, they
yeah,
don't.
a lot of voice actors even say, and like for the US, I mean, because I don't know about the Japan one, but a lot of voice actors who are animated ones, that's why they do the video game ones because they get paid way big bucks.
Oh yeah, video
compared to
games you get paid way more. At least in the US. I don't know about the.
Yeah, like Chris Evans and Sean Schemmel, they're like, oh yeah, we get pretty good because now they're the heads of like big names of characters, but they're like, oh, but the money I get like doing a video game.
He voices Lucario. All he does is he gets paid like almost as much as he got paid for doing Goku.
Dang.
Because what was her name? What's that famous voice actress? She's in tons of games.
Miss Minutes?
She was Trunks.
Gabrielle? Oh, never mind, I don't know.
No, she was Trunks, the original
I
Trunks.
don't remember.
Anyway, she also she didn't come back to voice Trunks in Dragon Ball Kai because they're like the money I make in one game, it would be like 10. It'd be the entire season of Dragon Ball Kai times 3, and so it wasn't worth it for her.
And it wasn't
Bailey, Laura Bailey, that's her name, Laura Bailey.
But imagine this: the company can say, "Well, I don't have you, but I have your voice. I can use AI."
And see, that's what's worse. It's like that's why I hate sign. What I would have a lawyer look at it and be like, what am I signing? Because if they're saying my likeness can be used in any way, shape, or form, I would never sign that because that gives them okay to use AI because that's using their likeness.
Yeah, and the funny thing that actually never existed before. The most popular case that I know of that actually happened. This is in the past. This is in the 70s. Is when Back to the Future came out. The actor who plays Marty.
Yeah.
In the second movie, it's a different actor, but they used his likeness to the very point that everybody thought he was game.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Who?
The guy who plays
George McFly.
Oh.
In the second movie, it's
someone different.
Actor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so people didn't know. Like, they asked him, "Hey, good job in the second movie." I think I wasn't actually in the movie, but it seems like the company itself hired somebody and they used the prosthetics to basically
make him look like
Oh, wow.
his resemblance, and because of that, he had to go to court. And before that, of course, there wasn't any rules regarding that, and because of that,
He was
it
able
kind
to
of
win.
changed the
Good.
whole aspect, right? I hope we don't get to that particular point with any anime or shows, but you never know, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
But
But
yeah,
AI,
Scary.
Skynet, Wall-E, guys, be careful.
We'll have Chief in the podcast, maybe AI.
Yeah, whatever. Never.
Okay,
In
Spanish.
Spanish.
Portuguese,
In Spanish.
Japanese.
En español.
Korean.
There you go.
If we get that big, let's see.
Saying Healy.
Anyway, okay. So there wasn't much news. We have these two, but the big
You
news.
talk about Jojo? How dare you?
What?
Jojo got announced. It's still about run. It's coming to Netflix.
Hopefully it's weekly.
See, he didn't even know.
I posted.
He said it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Okay.
No, but that's
anyway.
cool. I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
I've been. That's the one I've been itching to.
This is the one, the story that people
because like
really
Clearly.
the ones I was itching for was
But you don't watch anime. You just told me
Golden
that.
Win and Steel Ball.
You told me to watch anime anymore.
Yeah, but there's some.
No, then go watch anime. We're a freaking
I'm
Chibi
waiting-
No Podcast.
I'm waiting to watch a certain anime.
We're a Chibi No Podcast. We watch anime.
I'll rewatch Naruto.
No, get the fluff out of here.
But
Well,
I
it's an
gotta say,
anime.
because the success that Netflix is doing when it comes to releasing their anime on a weekly basis,
now.
yes,
Now you got
which
to
is
correct that.
right. Before it wasn't,
But it's
well,
not
correction. They did, but not in America.
And it's not all the
Although they were
animes.
picking and choosing.
It depends
too.
on the
Some of it-
animes.
Some of it was like they released it all at once, and some of it was like they would just release weekly. And for some reason, I
And
don't
that's
know
if
why
it and that
was
if it that's if it was being aired somewhere. So like Dandadan is being aired on multiple and it's only weekly. If Netflix had gone Dandadan and no one else could stream it, I'm pretty sure they would have done the series all at once.
I don't know, because they were testing stuff out in other countries, and that's why like they finally decided to make that particular plan on new anime. Like almost all the new anime new anime that just came out has been on a weekly basis if they're really big.
Yeah, but
Well,
look
also,
at
it's
all of their
because-
bigger ones right now. Look, they're not exclusive to Netflix.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
No, they
but
never.
the
No,
thing is-
like that one.
thing is,
The
if you do weekly, then that keeps them
Momentum going.
The renewal.
Yeah,
going.
it can.
Whereas if it's like, oh, all of JoJo's out all at once. Okay, I'll do the 7-day trial, and then
it depends.
done.
I don't think it's.
I know,
I
but
think it depends
yeah.
on if they have just an exclusive right. Devil May Cry was their exclusive one that came out all.
but that wasn't an anime in the sense of like.
No, it was an anime, and it was theirs
No,
exclusive.
no. Let me explain. Don't just bout your mouth. It wasn't in Japan in a station like a Channel 3 type of thing.
That's what I'm saying.
It was.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly what I'm saying.
It was original anime.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, so they
isn't owned by Netflix. Netflix gets the right to stream it.
but I'm talking about Devil May Cry.
Yeah, I know.
Devil May Cry wasn't a weekly show from Japan, right? It was all at once.
It's because Netflix owns all of
made
it.
They
Yeah,
paid
but they-
for it. Yeah, that's fine. They can do that if they want.
Well,
but if it's weekly, like,
But
from
I'm
somebody
saying
else,
that they would
different.
do that if they own it and they like no one else owns it. It's not going to be aired on TV.
That's
Not
their
necessarily.
call.
Not
That's their
necessarily.
call.
Because
Not necessarily, but
another
they-
example that I have in here is Korean dramas. There's new Korean dramas that are being only on Netflix. That
Yes.
they're releasing on a weekly basis. And if they're doing that, I'm assuming
Yeah,
by
but the
doing all of
K-dramas
this.
are big.
But here's the deal. Since they're doing
Bigger.
that, they basically have all the data and they can compare, oh, hey, this is how many people used to watch if we were to release everything together. And this is how it is if we were to release it on a weekly basis.
True.
We'll have to see. I have to see what the next. If it's
it's their-
Netflix
if it's
only,
their
no one
original-
else streams it. It's only
If
Netflix.
it's the original thing,
to see.
Even if they were the
makes more sense.
case, they should release a weekly. I think that's my
yeah,
thing.
I'm not
I'll
saying
say
that they
this.
should. I'm just saying that their pattern has not
I'll
been
say
that.
this: if it's their own like original anime, then I can understand why they want to.
That
release
or the
all at
new
once. I can-
parts.
Yeah, so like Cyberpunk Edge Runners, I'm totally okay with that. And then because it's like 7 episodes, so it's like it's not an orthodox amount of episodes, it's an unorthodox, my bad. And then all that stuff. So that's fine. I can understand over those situations. But if it's a complete series or a season of episodes, or like 12 episodes, 22 episodes, weekly is going to be the way to go because you're going to stretch out all those episodes and people renew
gonna milk it.
Yeah, so that's fine.
We'll see.
I can understand that.
I'm not saying I'm not for or against. I'm just saying what their pattern has been. Can change. That's fine. I'm just saying
It's
what their
improving.
pattern has
I'll
been.
say it's improving because before it was
Yeah,
very bad.
I agree.
It was very bad 3 years ago.
And I
It was
hope they
terrible.
learn a lesson when it comes to Stone
They
Ocean.
did.
Because Stone Ocean was a really good show. Sadly, it
Hyped,
kind
and then it died after a week.
Yeah,
and then part 2, and then died again after a week.
yeah.
Keep the ball rolling. Keep everyone excited. Keep everyone wanting to see more.
And I think that's something that they're doing recently as well with Wednesday. I mean, they didn't release all the episodes.
no.
They released
Wednesday was
parts.
terrible. Wednesday was done terribly in the sense of like we'll do parts episodes and then we wait too long and it's like 3 years later and then the little kid who you saw who's like 11 is now 14 and he has a mustache and beard.
Yeah.
It's like no, don't take that long.
Yeah, that's what
but that was between seasons. That wasn't parts. Was
Doesn't
it?
matter, but still
No,
too
but-
long. Don't take that long.
So season 2 of Wednesday came in 2 parts.
yeah,
Yes, but they weren't filmed like separate.
No, there were, I think, Phil.
But I think what I'm saying is they filmed Wednesday season 1. They waited too long to make season 2 and didn't have a big enough jump. So you have this kid who's supposed to still be 11, but
Or
now he's
whatever age.
12 or whatever. Right? Now he's way older and he looks way older, so he can't play the part of being
It's like Catherine
one grade
Zeta-
older.
It's like Catherine Zeta-Jones. When you saw her in the first Wednesday, she looks fine, and then in the next season, she looks
looks fine.
really old.
She looks fine.
Yeah, but she looks really old in season 2.
I don't know, man. If David has somehow.
He likes
Yo, Selma Hayek sold her soul. I'm telling you,
So she
is
can pull it
amazing.
off too.
She
That's
knows
different.
Selma
That's
Hayek. I'm
different.
sorry.
Another example, maybe Wednesday is another great example, but let's say Stranger Things.
That's way too long.
That's the one that they've been waiting for too long. And I think a lot of people are like already done with Stranger
That one, Percy Jackson's also taking too long. I think it's almost
It's not
been
as
2
long
years.
as Stranger Things though.
No. But the stories of how the books are supposed to be is like
It's
supposed to be-
like Harry Potter. So Harry
Sure,
Potter
sure.
the movies did it well because they filmed every year.
Sure.
every
Right?
book is a new school year.
It's a
So
new school
it
year, so
makes sense because by the time you hit like 16, 15, the actor can still play 15-year-old when he's 18 because he's still relatively young looking, and you can kind of work
But,
your magic with that.
see-
But if the actor is 19 and he's trying to play a 14-year-old or 13-year-old, it's like that doesn't work anymore. It's just you're way too old now, and you got to. This isn't the early 90s or the 80s anymore, where 30-year-olds can play 18-year-old kids in high school.
But here's the thing. I think that's the reason. I think when they release the first season, they don't actually thinking, oh, this is going to be great. We should record back to back. They only released the first season only
to see where it goes.
exactly.
Yes,
and
but
see if it gets picked up.
But
If
see,
it doesn't,
because there is no what's the word? There's no source material to pull from to be like, oh,
Right.
does it have to be the next year? It's like, no, you can make it. I don't know, make it a few years later, so it just makes more sense with the cast that you have now.
sure.
Like,
That's
Wednesday
what
would have been like, oh, she's an adult now.
especially when it comes to Stranger Things.
Yeah, they're all like in their 20s, I think.
And like one of them is a mother already.
She adopted.
She adopted.
The mother-
That's
yeah.
She adopted.
Yeah, we'll call
Let's
her
not.
mother.
Let's not.
She's still a mom.
She's still a mom. She's still a mom. But when you say that, most people think that she had a kid.
Okay,
That's
she is
different.
a mother
Adopted.
because she adopted
Yes.
a kid, but she's still a mother.
I'm not saying she's not, but you have to give context.
Okay.
Anyway.
So, okay, what's up? What we got?
Okay, so now to real news, and
All right,
we got off
here to
this
complain.
darn tangent of JoJo.
jeez.
We
Hey, it's good stuff.
no,
Yes.
no, darn bad tangent. So today we got a Nintendo Direct.
Yay.
Today, September 12th.
For an hour.
It was an hour. It was over an hour.
Yeah.
The hype. Well, people talking about it before was like, okay, this is going to be an hour long. They have to announce tons
Something
of great. Like they have to come out swinging. There were so many rumors of new Smash game. They're going to announce a new.
That was on you, man.
No, that wasn't me.
I never- I didn't hear
That was just Smash people saying.
That's Smash,
stuff.
but
That
they were just saying
it.
Smash
That was-
Bros.
that was
A lot of people
on
were saying they were gonna show a new Zelda game.
No.
No, I'm just telling you what people are saying. I'm
Okay,
not
I'll say
saying that they are.
copium is real. People were thinking
Yeah.
that way. That
People
who
were-
was it
people were expecting
when
a
Hungry
new-
Bucks, when Hungry Bucks was like, "Oh, new Smash game." I was like, "Bro, you're way below."
The only thing that I was thinking it was going to be real, I know it was close to Mario's anniversary. And
I was
that is related
expecting
to Mario.
they're announcing for a new Mario game. That was what I was expecting because like it's the 4th anniversary. I was like, they're starting this off great. I'm like, this is the time to announce the new Super Mario game, and they announced Super Mario Brothers Galaxy, the movie.
Yeah.
No,
Are you
no, Seth
excited?
Rogen, no. Not,
You're not excited?
I liked the movie. I'm not like I can't believe they're gonna go. I mean, it's cool. Like they have little Easter eggs, right? They started the trailer with the way that Super Mario Galaxy, I think it was the first one, ended,
Sure.
where he's sleeping. I was like, okay, that was a cool nod. I liked that. Aside from that,
And it wasn't even a trailer. They just teased it.
they teased
They
it.
want
But
to say
again,
this is the
it's a
end of the movie.
tease for a movie that's coming out in April.
Isn't that great?
That's really.
That's like super close. I was surprised that they didn't give us a trailer.
Yeah, they got a trailer in December. They're going to build the hype.
yeah, they'll probably give it December.
Yeah, I was expecting one. I was like,
okay, that's fine. No,
No,
complaints
tease.
there.
I think tease is fine because they're teasing because it's the 40th anniversary for Mario and stuff like that. So
and again,
that, which is perfectly fine. The only issues I started having was downhill from that. Was they're like, we don't have a new Mario game. We just have Switch 2 versions, or we have
no, not
Galaxy-
even Switch 2 versions.
No, Switch 2 versions
Well,
coming out, and also got Mario Galaxy and Galaxy 2.
They announced a new
Or-
Mario game. There was the Mario Tennis, the Fever game.
Oh yeah, you're
See?
right. You're right. Technically,
There
he's
is
right.
a game.
He's right.
Technically,
He's right.
it is a
He's
new
right.
game.
And Mario Tennis is really popular. People like Mario Tennis as much as, and people like Mario Golf as well. I mean,
Yeah.
I never understood that.
Me and you're in the minority of it, but people really do like that. So I can't fault them for that. It's whatever.
They're thinking about main line.
You're talking about main story
Mario
games.
game, main story one, but they didn't get
another
one.
Odyssey or something.
I was expecting maybe when I saw the Galaxy Super Mario, I was like, oh, they're gonna remake it. This is the 40th anniversary. Nope, this is just a port. Like I don't understand Nintendo's why they try and not do something special for their anniversaries. They really didn't do much with Zelda's. We got Skyward Sword. We got the game that most people, if you put them on a list, is one of their least favorite games. Is Skyward Sword because of many changes. Right? They changed Link from being left-handed to right-handed. It was all with motion controls. And it was just not the game that they were expecting. And that was the game that they decided to make an HD remake of, but still make the controls wonky, which for whatever reason they did. So I feel like with their anniversaries, they don't do a great job. The last time they did anniversary, right, was a few years ago. No. For Mario, right? They came out with the Mario All-Stars, that had the N64s, the Sunshine, and what was the other one? It had like 3 games, right?
Galaxy?
Sunshine, no, 64 and
Galaxy?
Was it Galaxy?
I think it was.
I think it was. So it's like, and those weren't even HD remakes. Those weren't even like upgraded. It was just the same controls and they did a limited run on those. So again, they're not doing anything special. The only special thing they did for Zelda again was like they had that weird little like
Yeah, it was Galaxy.
game. Yeah, see. Sorry.
Gosh. I tell him to relax, and he keeps slamming the freaking thing into our.
So anyway-
It's the first Galaxy.
See, so it's not even new. It's like we already have the game.
Yeah, but you can't play on the Switch. The original, those games.
If I have it, I have the copy. I can play Super Mario Galaxy.
Right, but you're talking about...
But again, this is another anniversary. If they were going to do something special, make this HD. You have the money. You're about to make a movie with that title in it. Why not make a remake? Why not make an HD remake? Make it look
The
good.
question, why does it need a remake?
Why celebrate a 40th anniversary without doing anything special?
I mean, they're releasing a new game.
No,
I mean,
but
no.
They're bringing a nostalgia game back into the Switch. So
the
you can
thing
actually
is,
play on the Switch.
no, but the thing is, a lot of companies are remaking games, and they're good remakes. You know, a lot of like Final Fantasy, Resident Evil, like a lot of companies are remaking games, and they're good games, and so it's just Nintendo being lazy. They don't want to put the effort into it because they know they can sell it, which I don't like.
I mean, they could.
Yeah,
Oh, they
lazy.
should.
I mean,
They could. They should.
necessarily, but okay.
They shouldn't. But
If
they
the animation was horrible, I'll say a remake needs to be done. But on Galaxy itself,
I don't care about Galaxy. Just do it for the
yeah,
game.
I mean, especially if we were to pick on Galaxy itself, I think those two games are definitely good, and you can just bring it over.
But again,
No, but
the only
it's
thing that's
just
new
that-
that's coming over to the Switch is Galaxy 2.
Sure.
Galaxy is already on another one, and they're making a big deal about it being a physical copy, which again doesn't even make sense anymore because physical copies don't mean a lickety split on the Switch 2.
It does. It's a certain file size. Gosh, he keeps thinking like it's all digital. No, if it's over a certain amount of size, the game's actually in the fucking cartridge. This guy doesn't pay attention to shit.
Yeah,
Shut
No,
up, Paul.
but the thing is, they should be.
they should do
just don't-
something else.
No, they're just lazy. They're just trying to money. They're just being money hungry,
They're
bro.
spending money on other stuff. They pull up the
on the
Nintendo
movie.
museum. They
I
have
don't give a shit about that.
they
The marathon, which I don't care
They
about.
opened a new what's it called? Donkey Kong area attraction in
I
Japan.
don't give a fuck about it.
But see, they're doing
But
stuff.
the thing is, their main focus has been games. If they're trying to do all that and they're not bothering remaking anything, that's on them. They're being lazy.
I mean, should they remake a? What if you just give us a new game? Would
That
you prefer
or-
that?
or-
I mean,
Yeah, I would have
prefer
preferred that, but they didn't.
Yeah, but
Tennis.
at least a remake. Like a lot of people have asked for remakes in a lot of games. Like when they had the Zelda anniversary, everyone wanted Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask remake combination. They didn't do that. They just were like, oh, here's Twilight Princess remaster, updated textures, cool. But what? No port to the Switch or the Switch. The Switch 2. No,
I can't play it unless I have the Wii U anymore. I can't just move it over. Nope, doesn't let you do that.
So like they
Well, they weren't thinking like that in the past. They needed to move.
Yeah, but
They've also
should.
closed
should
down.
have, though.
Yeah, but
should
again,
have,
they're
but
not
they-
thinking. They're trying to be innovative, but they're also not but they have large blind spots when they think about being innovative or bringing stuff back because it's not working.
Yeah, they really aren't caring about the consumer, the people who are paying money to keep them afloat. A lot of companies do. Like they really do a lot to keep their companies afloat.
I think it's the opposite. I think because they know that they can just put whatever they want, they can just sell it. They can just do it.
That's what Nintendo's doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Nintendo's doing it.
exactly.
And that's not good.
I mean, but they know that people are gonna buy it.
Unfortunately, yeah, because there's people who like that. But the thing is,
Like, here's the
but
thing.
then you give them but then Nintendo will give them a bone like, oh, here's Super Mario RPG remaster, and people are losing their minds because they've been asking for like 30 years.
I think the only way that Nintendo might actually say we're gonna listen if they don't make money. Meaning, if people
That's
were
impossible.
not where
That's
to buy those
impossible.
games. But here's the thing: like they can release whatever they want, put a Mario sticker or a Pokemon sticker, and people are gonna say, "Hey, I like Mario. Hey, I like Pokemon."
Yeah, but it's just
And
it's
that's
not
the reality.
right. The thing is, but that's so shady because it makes people be disdained from them more and more. Whereas like other companies are working on remastering or remaking games for other people, and people are loving it. Like that Fatal Frame 2 remaster is coming out. When the Resident Evil 2 and 3 and 4 got remastered.
It's kind of weird that it's coming out. So
But I'm just saying, like
yeah,
those
but
kind of things.
but they're making a remake.
They're doing it. They're remaking or remastering the games, and people are being happy about it because it's a game they really loved in their childhood, and they're doing it. Whereas Nintendo just doesn't really care.
What will be like? Okay, Nintendo did a good job.
Make me or Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask remake, remaster, whatever.
You can say they did that on 3DS.
No,
don't even give me that crap.
Yeah, that wasn't even a remaster. They just released it, and it's updated. Yes, it's updated, but it's not a remaster remake.
That'd be like me. That'd be like saying like, okay, I don't want this. Okay, first of all, let me say I don't want this. But if they were to say we're gonna remake or remaster or remake Super Mario Brothers 3, I'd be like, why? Do you already? And you would say, oh, but they did that already on the Super Nintendo. Remember, it looked better. I'm like, first of all, no, that doesn't count. And 3DS, not a lot of people have it. And again, in the US, it is so much harder to find. In Japan, they still like actively are making those games so you can find them.
So we should have bought 3DS when it came out. Think about the game. No, but I feel like if it were to be an old school game, a game that it was really hard and really kind of blurry, or I don't know, the graphics were really outdated, I'll say sure, give me a remaster. But when it comes to games that you can still play and don't have any,
dude, I would say, and then 64 had horrible. Like we have nostalgia goggles because I started playing them again, and they're super hard. We tried Turok. Sure. I was like, I don't know how I played this game. These controls are horrible. All those games in N64 they could remake and people would love it.
They can still do it.
No, but you want an example of their greed? You want the perfect example of their greed? What they showed at this presentation was the fucking stupid ass, what's it called? The Game Gear bullshit.
Oh, Virtual Boy.
The Virtual Boy. A failed console, a failed thing. And they're like, oh, let's release this because we know people will buy the gimmick.
The only way you can play.
Those are fucking morons. They're all morons. If you buy that, you're a moron. You're feeding into it. That lets me know that they care more about the money than than helping the consumer of somebody who are fans of these games. And they're like, these games all kind of fucking suck, but we'll release it so people. That's not acceptable.
Just talking about Virtual Boy.
It's shady, slimy shit.
First of all, I was like, you can't play any of those games, even if you have Switch Online, unless you have the actual Virtual Boy replica of it. Or there's like, oh, you have this cardboard one that you can use. I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks horrible. You really... I hope no one buys it because no one liked the Virtual Boy. That was a colossal failure.
I think people will buy it.
No, there will be people who
they're gonna play, but they're gonna look at it. They're gonna play it and be like, garbage. Yeah, this sucked. I know why no one played this when it came out in the 90s. But man, yeah, that Virtual Boy, I was like, I was like, there's no way that they are coming with Virtual Boy.
And they're gonna do that. That's what I'm upset about. They're letting this happen, and people are
gonna buy it.
We'll see with the Virtual Boy. I hope it fails.
If it fails, that's beautiful.
Again, when they said you can also get a cardboard version, like, oh my gosh, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
You could probably do. Probably someone on Etsy will make it for cheaper, and then you can just
buy a cardboard and just fold it.
No, you have to have like the, I don't know, those little like the goggle lens, whatever.
They're probably gonna buy.
The cardboard one, if I saw, they had the goggles or whatever, but it just the rest of the headpiece was cardboard. I'm like, dude, this is like the worst thing. Why would you even say that? It was like, you remember that Switch gimmick where they had the cardboard, like you can make a piano. Oh look, I can play. Like that also didn't sell very well. Like some people bought it, but it flopped.
Yeah.
So it's funny that they're pushing for this cardboard thing because they know that they're not going to make a lot of these actual replica ones. There's going to be a handful of them, and they're like, "Oh, if you couldn't get one, it's okay. Here's the cardboard one." Ridiculous.
It's shady. It's shitty shit, man. Like I don't like it a lot. Like with what Nintendo's doing, like they.
But not everything was a bomb when it comes to Direct. There has been like a interesting announcement.
But
the thing, my initial argument is just do things for the fans. Don't fucking just rewrap. Don't wrap a piece of turd in tinfoil and tell me it's a fucking earring.
But I also think if you think about this, I mentioned this before. I think they know that the fans that are actually older, but their primarily audience are kids. And
but they're releasing games that are 20 years old. It's for the adults. Fuck the little kids, man. It's for all the stuff they've been releasing have been for adults.
I think a kid will enjoy playing Super Mario Galaxy.
But you think a kid's going to get a $500 console? No, it's going to be the fucking parent.
Yeah, but
The
still,
parents gonna play the game. Fuck the kid.
But the
Like, at
parents are
end
gonna
of the
be
day,
paying
you know
for
what
the
I'm gonna
kid.
do? I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna get them the. I'm gonna let them have the $200 Switch 1. They can fuck off with all the other shit. I'm gonna get the $500 Switch
Dang,
2,
man.
and they can. I can play my shit. Fuck off with your thing. Go play Pokia or Pokepen, whatever the
how much you love your kid.
jackass shit. No, but like I love my kid, but I'm not gonna spend $500 on a console that he's gonna break if he's a little kid.
Dude,
that.
Well, it's the same comparison when your parents bought you, GameCube.
that was
The difference was we shared.
Well, here's the thing. And
we didn't
regardless,
break it.
the difference now is that because
I'm
of
not
prices
hand-holding
and the whole
a
economics,
GameCube.
the prices have been a lot different.
No, I get you, but you're talking about a stationary console that's never moving compared to a Switch that kids tap, touch,
Yeah.
and prod, and then they drop out a sudden hat and that thing can break. Whereas a kid will not drop. If he drops anything from a GameCube, it's going to be the controller. If the controller breaks, let's say this was back in the day when GameCube controllers were readily available. Okay, that's $20
That's
bucks
cool.
out of my pocket. Not $300, not $500. If my kid broke my fucking Switch 2,
not
I'm gonna be
$90
Well,
for a
another
controller.
argument
Kick
to tell
the kid in
you,
the head.
the kids that have tablets and parents give them tablets that are expensive tablets.
you know what a lot of those parents do when they buy those tablets? They get it from T-Mobile with their plan, $12 a month to add to their shit. So it doesn't really mean dick for them because
See,
they have insurance.
I can't say anything on that because I haven't bought a kid a tablet.
Good.
But with that being said, when it comes to a console,
His son's gonna make a city of cars.
when it comes to a console, I think that's a lot different now. I feel like
True.
it's not going to be the same. I think when it comes to family-friendly oriented games, no matter if you have your Xbox, everything around Nintendo is always going to be number one.
Yeah, family friendly, but then you have to put a fucking price hike on it. That's not worth it.
Price. You mentioned about the whole economics and how the chip shortage as well.
Yeah,
like,
but
they have to raise the price.
guess what's happening? Things are going down. You know what the most expensive thing was? GPUs, and guess what? They're going down in price when the fucking Nintendo or the
And
Switch.
you know why?
or the
Because there was a
PlayStation.
deal agreement on that too.
Yeah, and you know what they should have done? Made the deal agreement to make shit cheaper. I don't know why it's so freaking hard.
But anyway, we got to move on.
Let's see what we got.
One thing here's the funny thing is a few days ago I learned of a few patents that Nintendo has registered.
Yes.
One of them, this is probably, I don't know if you know this one,
Yeah.
but they registered to have games play at 12 frames per second.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
And I was like, what? 12 frames? It's like, what is this for? And again, I don't know exactly if this is the reason why, but they also showed that new Yoshi game. And that Yoshi game moves a lot like Yoshi's Story. It moves slow. If you look at it, it's very like,
So not for you.
dude. Well, I don't know if I'll buy it. I'm not I don't know if I'll like
mean,
it. But again,
I love
this
Yoshi's
looks like
Story.
All the
this,
hardcore gamers, like 12 frames per second now.
this looks like it's like the movement of the character looks like it's like 12 frames per second. It looks slow. Like you saw the trailer, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's why the patent was there. I don't know.
Okay.
But that's that's the first thing I thought. I was
No,
like, oh,
it's so
this
that
is why.
I'm pretty sure it's so that if a game gets released and it's shitty,
They're like,
somebody
oh, we have a
can't
patent for
sue.
that.
Somebody can't sue and be like, you sold us a lie. You said this game ran at 4K 60 FPS. It's like, yes, but it can also run at 12, and that's why we have the patent for it. You can't sue us now. That's that kind of bullshit stuff, most likely.
Interesting.
yeah, so there's that
The
go-
other pattern, though.
Huh?
The other pattern. Was it Nintendo? I think.
Oh, it was Nintendo. So
Patent.
Nintendo tried
that's
to.
shitty shit bullshit.
They tried to get a patent for
Pokemon.
games. No, not Pokemon. Specifically, games where you call on another monster or something to
Creature.
fight in behalf of you. And so they're like, that's Pokemon, but that's also a lot of other games. That is Power World, which is another one. There are other games that happens like that. Yu-Gi-Oh! You summon a monster to fight for on behalf of you. Digimon, you have Beyblade.
Monster Rancher, like those.
There's a lot of games. So it's like, I
Monster
don't.
Hunter Stories.
It's super. Yeah, but that's also that's Square
not
Enix,
Nintendo,
right?
That's Capcom.
Capcom,
bro.
yeah.
I don't remember.
So I don't know. It's they're
See,
weird.
I hope that it's only for something that they're gonna release physically.
No, fuck that. Don't give them a.
Okay, hold on.
Don't give them a way out.
No,
Fuck
hold on.
off, man.
Because think about this. I prefer that to be something that they actually want to do. Like, for instance, let me make a real life Pokemon thing that I can actually release. If it were to be for something like that,
No.
I'll be down for it.
No.
But if they were to do for other games, I think that's when it crosses the line. I think that's the only time that I could say, like, okay, as long as you're making something awesome and something cool that we can actually physically
No,
do.
because if you don't get anyone to have inspiration or competition, then you're just
No, I'm saying
you're
like,
taking advantage of
I
that.
don't
That's
think-
not cool.
I feel like, I don't know.
Because it's
there's
like,
more to that.
It's super shady. Like, I just don't like it at all. What they're doing with all that.
I want to read that because I feel like they're I don't know. Part of me thinks like it's not properly interpreted, or there's more than meets the eye on that
It's
pattern.
not Transformers.
They also count Transformers. But yes,
So yeah, we have that.
what stood out for you guys when on the direct?
As a creepy,
Pokopia.
the pre-creepiest thing was the Pokopia. First of all, fudge that name. That name is the stupidest name. You got to change that ASAP.
It's Pokemon.
It's Pokemon Animal Crossing.
Pokemon Crossing, yeah.
I'm not interested in that.
Dude, but Ditto looks freaky weird. I don't like him how he looks like a human. Like, you've seen it in the anime.
I saw that.
But this looks just
What's
horrible.
funny is it's basically telling us that that's the same Ditto of that girl because that's the only Ditto with that face. The other Dittos look like normal Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that one
That
was
means your trainer
interesting.
died. That's sad.
Yeah, so, but I don't think they're going to go, like, deep into that. We'll talk about Pokemon in a minute
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that's
We'll
probably the biggest one.
Metro Prime 4 was cool. They showed the Samus on a bike was cool.
Yeah, I think it looked cool. It looked awesome. Yeah, we should be thinking.
I've lost the hype for Metro in my opinion. I'll say this. That's just me.
What was it,
That's
8
just
years
me.
ago? It was been 8 years in development.
Yeah, I've lost all hype. If it's a successful game, cool, happy. If people love it, good, happy. I just don't care enough to play it. Like, I've lost my hype for this game a long time ago. But if it does well, good on them. Because I feel like Metroid is one of those weaker Nintendo games that doesn't get enough of the love it deserves.
Yeah.
I just, like I said, I lost the hype for that game a long time ago. And that's my personal opinion. If people want to play it and they enjoy it and they love it and it turns out to be a 10 out of 10 game, great. I still won't play it.
Final Fantasy 7, the remake.
Yeah. I was
great.
surprised.
We'd heard about this. We'd heard about this coming to Switch.
We saw it in the first.
We saw it in the
Switch
first
trailer.
Switch 2 trailer. Now we see it, and it just. I think it said that this was playing on Switch 2 hardware,
It's basically the PS4 Pro version of Final Fantasy Remake.
but it looks good.
I gotta say, yeah,
it's
if they're able
solid.
to pull
It's
that off,
solid. It's going to be like 40 FPS. It's fine.
I was so like, okay, after that, but later on, they announced the new Resident Evil, or the, I guess,
Yeah, Resident Evil Requiem, which
Yeah,
again,
Requiem.
I was like, what the freak? That took me by surprise. I was not expecting that game to be on Switch 2.
What's funny was like
I think,
initial reactions. People were like, "This looks
yeah,
a
choppy.
bit worse
Yeah.
compared to it," but then everyone's like, a lot of people are like, "I like this because it kind of looks like the old Resident Evil 4 from like the GameCube era." Type
Looks like
of thing.
fuzzy.
And it's like very old school. And I think if they kind of lean towards that for that game for the Switch 2, I think it'll be.
Again, it still looks pretty. Like, to have that game even run on the Switch 2 is ridiculous. Again, I can't. I
Well,
can't.
the hardware is also a little bit more.
Right, but
newer.
I can't expect that this game is going to run on a steady 60 frame. This is going to dip for them. This is going to push it to its limit.
I'm
It is
betting
gonna
it's going to
dip.
be 30. I'm betting anything. It's
No,
30.
I think there's going to be hard. It's going to be trying to do 60, but it's going to go below 60 a lot.
But I think it runs a lot smoother if it's docked, right?
Yeah,
So
If it's docked, yeah.
Yeah.
they always
I'm
will
just gonna
run
say-
better.
I'm going to assume right now it's probably going to just be 30 FPS for the Switch 2 version.
I mean, cool for people. I already have it, but yeah. Sure.
Weirdest. One of the weirdest ones was.
Oh, this
Yeah,
is stupid.
There's two things. So they announced that Kirby Air Raiders is getting 2 amiibos, which aren't coming out till next year,
Okay.
which is weird. But then they're doing another direct for this game.
They want to be competitive, bro.
Sakurai
doesn't
is
make-
coming back.
Dude, Sakurai, if
I mean,
he's
Smash, David.
dude,
Smash.
no, that was the only thing. It's like, it'd be funny. They said, this is for Air Riders. Jinx, this is for Red. Let's go to what you guys want to see. Let's go Smash.
have
Because
way too
again,
much.
this game doesn't make sense why we need a second direct.
It
It's very
doesn't.
self-explanatory.
Something big is
It's very.
It's- if they
unless
bring it-
he's trying to
I think
make,
it's gonna be Smash.
no,
big.
it's not Smash. It's probably he wants to probably make it a competitive racing game.
I don't know if it
probably
can be,
introduce
though.
our characters.
Yeah, but again, another presentation, like a dedicated presentation just for that, I don't think it's worth it.
I'm pretty sure he's trying to make it competitive
Because there's nothing. I don't think it can be. The game already looks imbalanced. Like there's nothing that would make it
It looks,
competitive.
but it's probably. I mean, just you.
I don't know. I do hear the game is fun. People really enjoy playing the game.
I'm not saying it's not fun, but to say that this is going to compete with Mario Kart is a bold statement.
Did they say this is going to be Mario Kart?
People.
Well, people are saying that they wanted to compete. If you're going to make this quote unquote competitive, you have to make it better than Mario Kart.
Do Diddy Kong Racing.
Sonic Racing is looking amazing. First of all, the new one, they also have all these collaborations for that game already, which is making it look. So that one is
Hatsune
probably the
Miku.
top
Oh, yeah,
competitor.
he's also coming to Fortnite.
Yeah.
You see the
Yeah,
designs?
yeah.
I want Shadow.
I think Sonic and Shadow coming to Fortnite.
I know. I saw my little sister Jenny showed me a
Yeah.
picture.
Those legs, man.
So it's again, I don't like it. It's
Hades, number 2.
Hades 2, coming out, which was
I never played the game, but people are like,
It's a roguelike or roguelite, one of the two, because there's two different versions. There's actually those words are like that.
They have that new puzzle game that I think it was you or your wife like to play. Suika game, but it's the
that
planet
game is
one.
fun. It's fun.
I don't think we played the planet. We played the other one.
The planet one is basically the new. This
new one.
I watched VTubers do it. It was funny.
It's fun. It's addicting. And it was free during that particular time.
The power wash simulator.
Dude, that's what
I don't like
that people like.
I hate
you get
those
to pay for gaming,
simulators.
but you actually get to work.
There's a
It just reminds-
there's a 9 to 5 simulator game that's been popping off for a lot of people, and it's pretty cool. And there's
I hate it.
There's a lawn mowing simulator,
Yep.
and
Pay.
This is
For a life
exactly what
experience.
Simpsons did. Because Simpsons, when they're like, go cut the yard, go do this. Nah. And they go to the carnival. Hey, I want to try the yard simulator. It's
This is
like,
ridiculous.
what? But when I ask you don't want it. It's like, come on, I want to try it. Like, get the flush out of here.
You know why? You know why it's more successful?
Low-key, I actually want to try it.
You know why it's more successful if this was on the PlayStation or Xbox? Because you get gamer score trophies. You want to platinum?
Achievements?
You want to platinum that game? You got to trim the hedges.
Dude, I gotta say though,
That sounds horrible.
this Power Wash, I low-key want to play it.
It's on PC. People have been liking it. It's fun.
Yeah, I heard like
'Cause you clean things, and you can obviously be silly, make like penises or jokes or whatever.
I didn't
And
think.
so-
I think it was thinking
No,
about
but like
penises.
people were doing that. It's funny. You can play around with the hose and stuff and do funny things like that.
So one thing also they did, and again, I'm not a fan of this game, but this was interesting. They showed that Stardew Valley on the Switch 2 has mouse controls now, and they have the co-op and game share. Interesting. I was not expecting that.
Okay, the games that got my attention, there were 2. Dragon Quest Reimagine, which that's actually a remake, like a remake of an original.
I'm not.
Dragon Quest.
I don't like the character designs, like the 3D version that they made them. But I was like, oh, I can't believe they made a remake. It was cool.
And I haven't played this game, but I know a lot of people are really into Dragon Quest, and the fact that they were able to release that with the whole reimagination of like what it originally was, props to them.
Again, that's a great thing that they're doing because it's a third party. Nintendo needs to learn from these.
I don't comment on that. The other thing that really got my attention as well is Hyrule Warriors.
Oh, the
That
Age of
game-
Imprisonment.
That's I played a little bit of the first one. I didn't care too much, but this
I did
game,
not want to play the first one because
See,
the frames were shit. I
there-
want to play it now because
this one
of Switch
looks
2.
cool, and the fact is that it's basically connected to the story of like I guess what happens in the past.
Yeah. So when Zelda. You don't know because you didn't play it.
I know what happens.
How about you
Okay.
play it?
Okay, well,
It's
let me
like
get my
Tears of the
Switch 2.
So
I
anyway-
didn't finish Tears of the Kingdom. Get it correct.
How far did you get? Did you get off the Sky Island?
Yeah, I was like 20 hours in.
So a tenth of the way through. Okay. Anyway, so you already know about the whole going in the back. So yeah, it's basically their fight with Calamity with Ganondorf,
The original fight, yeah.
which I'm interested to see what they're going to cover because I think the developer did say that this is canon, right?
It looks like it's canon. The fact
So,
that they brought all the characters.
I mean, we do know what happened. Like we know what happens, right? Because we saw we played Tears of the Kingdom, but I'm wondering how they're going to incorporate all the in between stuff because we don't know about each of the. They weren't called champions. What were they called?
I don't remember.
Sages. Yeah, we don't know much about like what happened with them, and so I'm interested to see how this tells the story. Because like right in Breath of the Wild, it tells us what happened with the champions and how they quote unquote fell. I wonder how this game's going to tell us what happened with each of the sages because we don't really know. We only know of one.
Yeah.
What happened to one, but all the rest we don't really know.
Yep. So that's cool. And they also brought the original Disney Warriors too. That looks awesome as well.
Yep, they did.
So props to them for bringing older games. And
Doing
new
the
games.
bare minimum, guys. Good job, Nintendo. Bare minimum. Tomodachi Life. People loved that game, and they showed more of it. I'm not a big fan, but you said there's a lot of people that like it, right, Mister Tomodachi?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they showed more of it. I don't see the appeal, but cool.
Another thing that I was actually excited, they actually brought some old fighting games like Virtual Fighter. I think that's the one.
Virtual Fighter, they finally have the Mortal Kombat collection.
Legacy collection, including like behind the scenes, which is really cool.
Which cool. It takes them so long to get these because this collection's already been out. It came out a few years ago on. It came
I
out.
don't recall.
I don't recall,
But it came out a while ago, but it just wasn't on Nintendo. So,
but I think that's actually awesome. I think it's setting a lot of people into, like, of course, the movies that are coming out as well.
yeah, the One Piece. I don't know, One Piece game. I've never played
it's
it.
like if you ever played Dynasty Warriors, that's what it is. It's
Okay.
okay. It's Dynasty Warriors is a hard. It's basically Hyrule Warriors. That's what it is
With One Piece,
with One Piece.
Overcooked too.
Overcooked 2. Yep, Super Mario Wonder gets some sort of update. Don't know what it is, but gets an update.
Now Donkey Kong. has an
Donkey
update
Kong
too.
gets a DLC.
Came out today.
They came out today.
Yeah, I guess let's
talk about
the big one. Yeah,
let's talk about Pokemon. Okay, Pokemon ZA. We talked about this 4 weeks ago,
Something
Wow.
like that.
where there was someone who drew very like simplistic designs of what the megas were supposedly going to be, the leaks, and then you shared
that illustration.
better illustration of those megas.
And
It's looking like all those are true.
yeah, right.
We got
Okay, continue. Sorry.
no. I was just gonna say we got the megas of the 3 starters.
And
we
the,
got-
and the
No,
week before
not the
that,
3 starters. A set of the 3 starters.
The main 3 starters that are being focused on. They're being focused. They're the focus in the game because
no,
you get the
they're not.
pins. The pins and everything. All of
not
like the
your
big,
starters of the game, though.
they are.
I said the starters of
How about you
Pokemon Z.
clarify?
Of Pokemon ZA. So
Of
these
XY.
the 3 main starters that they're getting the
ZA.
focus of ZA. So we have Chestnut. We got his.
Okay, hold on. What do you? The starters we have are Tepig, Chikorita, and Totodile. Those are our starters. They're talking about these other 3 starters of Unova.
Oh yeah, sorry, but my bad.
He was.
Okay, yeah.
I was gonna be like, no,
My bad.
No.
So we saw. So
right.
So we saw Chestnuts.
Shit.
Okay.
Chestnut just has more armor. He's okay.
We had, and I forget. I know it's not
Delphox.
Fennekin. It was what?
Delphox.
Delphox.
Delphox, cool.
That one actually looks really
went
sick.
into the wizard witch thing, and it's on like a broom or something. It's on a stick, but it's like a broom kind of a thing. Cool, really cool. I'll say Delphox impressed me because Delphox
Chestnut
originally,
looks different. It's not like
Chestnut's
the
just man.
the illustration looked a lot better than what we actually got.
I'll say this: if Chestnut has some insane stats, or if he has a really broken move, then he'll be way better. But face value, very meh. But Delphox, way cool. Like I like Delphox's. I think it's like it's got to be like
Psychic.
no, because it's psychic fire originally. So I would like it for it to be like maybe full on psychic, or maybe
Fairy.
no, maybe like ghost. Like because like you know how like in Legends Arceus, Typhlosion is fire ghost,
Right.
and then he has a ghost move, but it does fire damage.
It's like Will-O-Wisp.
No,
I thought it
Will-O-Wisp
burned.
burns you.
Yeah, I thought the ghost move burned you.
Something like that. It's been a minute. I
Yeah,
gotta replay
it's-
it. But yeah. So that looks cool. And then
Disappointing one.
no, it wasn't disappointing.
Green Ninja.
I was
Wasn't
disappointed.
Greninja was a lot better than what I saw. I'll say
think
it's
disappointing.
the weak. It's one of the weaker ones. I'll say okay in order. Delphox was the best, then Greninja, and then Chestnut.
Yeah.
I would go.
But Chestnut's like down in design. I'll say design, but like maybe their stats and all that stuff is nutty because yeah. But
yeah, we don't know their stats, but again, I'm going based
I'm
off.
saying this too. I think Greninja is full water type in his mega because he's water dark, right?
I believe.
Yes,
I think this looks like he's full water type.
I don't know. I'm still not a big fan. I'm very disappointed with
I
it.
think it looks alright.
I don't like it. And the meme that you sent over to me describes it best. So this is Japonian sent us a meme of them putting Game Freak basically being Homer and him presenting Mega Greninja. Now this goes off the episode where we have Frank Grimes, and Frank Grimes wants to prove to everyone that Homer is an idiot. So he makes it look like all the employees are going to enter into a contest to show a replica of the plant, and Homer ends up winning, but it's supposed to be for kids. So in this picture, Homer wheels in his design, and it's Greninja just on his ninja star, his water ninja star, and he's upside down.
His shuriken.
And then Mr. Burns is like, can you explain your Mega, young man? He's like, well, sir, I basically copied the Greninja that we have right now, and I put him upside down. And I added this little blue on his head because it looked nice. And Mr. Burns like, agreed. Like, what the... It just... I just feel disappointed. I guess... I don't think it's bad. I just feel disappointed. It just looks like basically what this says here. We just took him and put him upside down and put a little blue.
You put a big star, and maybe it's a floating star.
I'm just disappointed in that. I really am. But
I think it's. I mean,
exactly. But because I was expecting something, because again, Greninja's his not Mega with Ash was so cool, and this one they did meh. They did my boy Dragonite dirty with his weird, freaky angel wings ears, and they did Greninja dirty, in my opinion.
I mean, I think if you were to, because it's upside down, it looks kind of weird to you. But once you flip,
you know what? He could be water psychic.
Yeah, because he has like some like little things around his.
Well, he's
it doesn't matter.
He's
gonna
in his water. Like he can't.
I can't remember in his Megas. Does he? His ability doesn't change, does it?
His ability.
Well, I guess in regular Megas, do their abilities change?
I don't think. I think some do.
I wonder if it would.
Javi here.
I don't think if it would matter if it didn't change, because if he had protein, why would it matter if he's water
he has
psychic?
like a better version of protein.
Like super protein?
Yeah.
Wait, creatine.
Steroids.
And,
my bad.
And we weren't done with those Megas, because then this game isn't even.
It finished. The trailer for ZA is finished, and then they're like, "Oh, we have something extra for you."
One more thing.
And then it showed Hoopa, and I thought at first that was going to be a movie. I was like, "Oh, this is probably like a Pokemon movie, another one, cool," because just the animation just seemed like that and how it presented. And Hoopa has its dimensional ring, so with how that works with Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, you go through Hoopa's rings to go to get the other legendaries from the games beforehand to get them.
Sure.
And so you see that, and you see two Raichus, and one is a X Raichu, one's a Y Raichu.
The one's a Pikachu.
No, they're Raichus.
No, they're both Raichus.
The X Raichu looks straight, like maybe just a boosted electric, and then I think the Y Raichu is like a fighting electric or like a dark electric, because it just like it had like its teeth snarling and looked kind of like I'm the bad guy looking Raichu. That's how I viewed it. And basically it's giving us more Mega Evolutions that we didn't get from the original list. So there's hope for our boy Javi. His Mega, what's his bucket? What's the Pokemon he wanted Mega?
Sharkpedo?
No,
I don't remember.
the ground dragon. You guys suck. Flygon.
Oh, Flygon?
Flygon.
He's not Ground Dragon.
He's ground dragon.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I thought it was Bug Dragon, but that doesn't exist. I forgot. My bad. I was thinking of something better, and Game Freak didn't do it.
That's ground. The closest thing that's Bug Dragon, the closest, I'm not saying it is
because it doesn't exist.
Yanmega, because it's a dragonfly.
Are you gonna say, like, honestly speaking, I didn't like the design.
I swear they're getting more and more lazy. It's like, what are we gonna do for the X? We have two tails, and for Y, we're just gonna make his ears bigger and more like, I don't know, look different. Like it just, I don't know. I don't understand.
Yeah, it looks a little bit weird to me.
And his Y version it reminds me a little bit more of Palmont.
Yeah.
So
what kind of move? They trying to block Palmon, and Paul World and releasing Pokemon's very similar.
Yeah, I don't know.
Coincidence?
They need someone else to help with their design, because to me they're just not doing a good job.
They should hire the same guy who did the original designs. I think it's a different team and different division.
I think so too, and I think they're not learning. Their new team is trying to do things that just doesn't work. But
I didn't feel it.
I did talk to Shark King about this, and he is also a little bit cautious about why they're announcing this DLC even before the main game is out. So it's just very odd.
I think they're probably going to postpone the main game.
My thing is this. No, I'm saying, that's fine.
Mine.
That's fine. I think that they're doing this because the main game doesn't finish. The game, like the base game has a ending, but it's not the ending. The ending has to come with this DLC. I think that's what's happening. And I wouldn't put it past Game Freak or Nintendo to do that.
Sure, but I feel like they should just wait a little bit until they announce the DLC. I don't know.
They should, but that again, that's why this raises questions. Why are you giving us a paid DLC, telling us about it before the game's even out? And you're not even telling me what it is. You just tell me these two.
I think it's probably incorporating some new things that they don't want to show just yet. Like, let's say there's some new mechanics that are going to be incorporated in the next gen game. Or, like I said, the next game, the mainline game, is going to be postponed. So they're trying to scrap up enough DLC. Because all they did was just say what the title is and then 2 Mega Evolutions, and that's it. So I can honestly believe that the main game is going to be postponed another year. So let's say it's supposed to come out next year, let's say next fall. But let's say they're going to announce on the Nintendo Direct, and let's just pretend we're getting another one in December. They talk about, how you guys like Pokemon, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, guess what? This new Pokemon DLC will come out in April or whatever, or summer. And then, we have unfortunate news. The next gen Pokemon game won't come out till 2027. But here's a trailer of the starters type of shit.
I've heard of
that's what I'm
Shark
thinking.
King has said something similar. They think that they're doing this paid DLC. They have that other Ditto Pokemon game because the next mainline game is going to be postponed. That's what he also has that fear.
That Ditto one is not even made by Game Freak. That's from Koei Tecmo. So I don't.
Yeah,
think
but there's. I'm just saying that there's signs. These are the signs that are telling us
the DLC without showing anything, without showing any trailer other than just the Pokemon.
The DLC
for me is a big sign of it being.
Wait, once again, the DLC is the DLC for CA, right?
Yes.
CA.
Okay. I mean,
I think that's a big sign of it's going to be postponed.
They haven't announced any specific dates for the new Pokemon game series yet, and they probably won't.
I doubt it.
I don't think how they can postpone a game if they haven't even announced a real date for the game.
Well, again, that's what I think what he's going into. I think ZA. This is why they're also doing the DLC because they didn't finish the game. That's my personal.
Yeah.
ZA game that's incomplete.
No.
The ending,
the
like everything.
reason why they're giving the ZA DLC is because the main game isn't done, so they wanted to just put something out because they could literally make something right now from right now to another 4 or 5 months, 6 months. Like they could have been like, okay, well, we know we wanted more megas, but they were cut out. But we have the 3D design, so let's make a trailer here real quick, do that, and then we just announced the name of it, and it's like, okay, but what about for the main games? Like, well, we don't have enough time to finish it. This will give us some time now. This gives us an extra 6 months, so you don't have to worry about pushing it for another date or something.
I mean, I don't
that's
think
what's going on. That's my assumption.
Like for me, I don't think they have to do it. Like I'm talking for somebody who don't follow like all the when each particular main game is supposed to come out.
No, there was no official date.
Right,
but it's
right.
just
But
when you're going about it this way, this seems along the lines of the game is not en route to when it's supposed to come out when they wanted an estimate. Now I'm not saying nobody knows that, but let's say internally they said we wanted to release spring, end of spring, beginning of summer 2026. But they're like, sir, we're not done. We're halfway done. Okay, well, we have enough things to make a DLC. Let's just start working on that, and then we have time, and we can release it fall of 2026, or maybe winter 2027, or early spring 2027.
For me, the way I hope I'm wrong, is that the game itself, going back what David said, CA is not fully complete, and they have to have CA to finish it. I think that's the most logical.
That sounds like bullshit, though, because then why would you pay for DLC to finish a game? That the game should have been finished based.
But why
DLC is to add more things to the game to have fun with it, not to finish a story.
I know. And again, I'm
don't think
hoping
that's
I'm
what it
wrong,
is.
but I'm hoping I'm wrong.
I don't
I'm
think
hoping
that's
I'm wrong,
what it
but
is.
I don't put it past them to do this.
Because I'm surprised because when Pokemon Arceus came, the DLC, I don't know if this is fair or not, was actually free. And it was announced after the game came out, after it got released.
There was DLC for Arceus?
Yeah, there was a kind of like, well, not a full DLC, kind of like an expansion in which you can find shiny Pokemon.
It wasn't a story DLC.
Yeah, it wasn't a story, but it was basically an add-on.
Event?
I guess you can say
If it's
kind
an
of
event, it doesn't. I don't think that counts.
But that was what they
I'm
called
saying,
it.
like, look at this. Like, look at this in this way. Arceus came out in January, and then Pokemon Scarlet Violet came out in the fall.
Something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, so they can very well. They had two different teams, so I'm pretty sure what's going on is they just didn't have enough time to finish the main game. That's my honest opinion. Is they didn't have the time to finish the main game, so they're adding this to give the main game time. Because I feel like I feel like Legends games are testing out things that the main game doesn't normally do.
Sure, but I think why announce it though? They can easily.
They're not
have
announcing.
No, talk about the DLC. Like the DLC itself. Like they can easily have another.
Why?
Nintendo
That's a
Direct.
good question. I don't know.
That's the thing that's confusing a bit to me. Like at least wait until the game is released to announce the DLC.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is that why are you telling about a DLC now?
I'll say this: did they say in ETA when the DLC would come out, or just said they just released the DLC title and that was it?
I think
They just
it.
released the title and that was it.
The only thing I can think of is like building the hype for the new Pikachu's or Raichu's evolutions.
But again, this would be weird if the DLC was just those megas.
No, it's probably going to be like another.
I think
would
it's a
say
story
another
thing.
10. No, I think there's just an expansion to story. Like maybe like it's like, oh, we're talking about this, and there's another part of the land that's going to be open to us, but doesn't necessarily affect the main story. But like, oh, we'll talk about it. We'll get to there eventually, and then that's what it's gonna do. I'm fine with that because it doesn't affect the main story. This is just to be like, oh, there's more legendaries. Like, what if they end the game like, oh, we found there's more legendaries. I wonder when we'll be able to see that. And like, oh, I mean, not legendaries, more megas. Oh, okay, that's what it is. Cool. Then I'm fine with that. But
you can easily announce that after the game come out.
yes, I agree with you. I don't know why they did it. I don't know why they announced it before the thing ended. you
Again,
know?
it just sounds sketchy. That's all I'm saying.
No, I get you. I honestly think it's because the mainline game wasn't done. They wanted to push something there so that they can just tell. I mean, my assumption was that the main right away, the main game's postponed, so they're doing this so that, 4 months down the line they'll do a direct and be like, oh, here's when this DLC comes out.
But I think about it, we'll never know if that's postponed because they never actually announced a date.
Unless you look at because like people who look into the stuff, they'll be like, oh, Pokemon this made a web domain from this a couple years ago, and the amount of time you hold on to a domain is so much time. So they're probably like, okay, this is what happens. They were probably ready for that, and then they've expanded the domain, purchased for another year or two, whatever kind of thing they want to do. Because that's usually how they find out their leaks and stuff is through purchases, domains, and patents and stuff. Because it's the timeline of how they do it. I don't know how the Pokemon people do it, but Pokemon fans do it. But that's kind of how they get their rough draft of like when things should start dropping off or coming in. So if that's the case, I'm leaning towards the game is postponed originally from the date Nintendo internally wanted, or Game Freak internally wanted, to what's going on now.
Yeah,
That's my assumption.
Yeah, to me it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. We'll see. We'll see what happens. That's all I can say.
Yeah. So, yeah, overall, I guess people were saying that the direct was meh. Right?
It was meh. Yep.
It was very meh.
Well, what can you do?
Well, it was 7:00 in the morning for me, so it was very meh at the beginning.
I mean, there's a couple of things that look promising. Looking back, I really wish they announced more for their Mario's 40th anniversary.
Like remakes?
No. I'm talking about like maybe special edition console or something like that. I think
it's still too early. Because how soon was it with the Switch one when they made a special edition?
I think
console?
I saw that it was very early because Mario Kart got one. Let me see.
Was it like a thing, or was it just the game and that was it?
No, I think it was a game. They never had like a special thing.
Let me see.
Yeah, because I mean, I think at least in my opinion, it should be at least a year before they or 6 months, 8 months before they give out a console edition exclusive. But then again, I think I'm wrong too, because isn't Pokemon ZA No, does it have custom colors and custom designs on
No,
that Switch too? Oh, it's just the game.
Just the
Okay,
game.
So
maybe
let's
that's a
look at
bundle.
this. The original game, the original Switch came out March 7th, 2017, right?
Yes.
Something like that. It was Zelda. That's all I remember. Let me see that one. Not the competition. The first one that actually had like designs on it on the dock and everything was Monster Hunter. Came out August of 2017.
I mean,
6
you can
months?
technically say Mario Odyssey came with red controllers.
Yeah, Mario Odyssey was a special one. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then that kind of
Splatoon 2 came out, had one September 8th of 2017.
Okay, so 6 to 7 months. So that's what I was saying, around that time, 6 to 7 months, and then the thing. Because when did the Switch 2 come out?
3 months ago.
Something like
So then January we'll have like a special Switch 2 come out.
Super Mario Odyssey on October is when they had theirs. They had
October,
their-
yeah. So 6 months
Of 2017.
6 months plus, I'd say. So then whatever next big game. Okay, so let's say this Metro Prime 4. If that doesn't come with an exclusive Switch 2 look, then that's what I like. I said, for me, I think it's too soon. I think at least 6 months for the main console, and start releasing bundles.
Huh.
But I mean, that's just me talking on my butt.
Or I don't know. I feel in comparison to previous directs, they could release something else for the anniversary.
A lot of
Like
these
a
games
special
aren't even
controller.
coming out soon at all. The only thing that was coming out like now was the Donkey Kong DLC. That was literally, I think that was it, right? That came out
It
like
came out
this week
today?
or today or this
I
week.
guess so.
Yeah, that was the only one.
Everything else is like next year, or when October 13th or 14th, whenever Pokemon Z comes out.
Was it October? Yeah, it's October
Yes.
14th. Yeah, you're right.
So it's weird. That's
But
all I'll say.
I guess
It's
we're gonna be
weird.
getting more Mega Evolution trailers. That still is a possibility.
Yeah,
I think
we're
we'll
gonna-
get. I think we will get one more trailer, and that's like what Shark King said was probably the main starter trailer. Fucking
Oh yeah, they haven't announced that yet, huh?
yeah, the main starter Evos, Mega Evos.
I was about to say, didn't we see Meganians? No, but we saw the concept art about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But we kind of know what they look like.
Yeah.
Going with a leak.
pretty much an idea. Like we're like 95% accurate of what it's gonna look like.
But
Now,
we'll see.
question. This is something that occurred to me really quick. There's a lot of theory videos of like any particular topic.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes you watch them, like, kind of curious.
Yeah.
Of course.
Has there ever occurred to you that some of the theories that you see online could be true? Meaning, if they're actually true, because that could happen, it could definitely take away the experience of the show, movie, game that you're already going to watch, because you technically know what happened because you already watched a theory about it.
The theory's not
That's
true.
what I said when I did Godzilla and Kong. I was like 95% right about it.
But the thing
It wasn't a
about
theory. Is you saw the trailer and it showed too much.
Yeah, but I had a theory of what the whole thing was going to happen, and guess what? I was pretty much on the spot.
But did that took away the okay? Let's go with that example. Did that took away the experience for you? Well,
I'll give you another example. So when Jurassic World came out, I told this to Diego way before, but my other friend Brixton, he's a huge dinosaurs fan. When he saw the trailer, when he saw the logo, his theory was, I know that I forget the name of what's the
Dominus Rex.
no the water one,
Oh, the Mosasaur.
the Mosasaur. He said, I bet you the Mosasaur is going to be
Mosasaur.
whatever. That dinosaur is going to be the one that finishes whatever fight's going to happen. That's the one that's going to finish the one that's chasing the humans. That's how it's going to end. And lo and behold, that he was right. He told me that when the first trailer came, when he saw the first logo,
Because they showed like the Mosasaur go and eat the shark, and then
so the question this.
but it didn't ruin my experience.
Okay, because I was thinking about this because somebody was talking about it recently. I was watching like some people talk about like how people predict a particular ending of something that has not been finished or has been released. And if they're really close to home and people get to listen to that, when they experience that, whenever that comes out, it takes away the whole experience for them.
no, because it shouldn't. Because it's just
Because you already
people's-
know what happens.
It's
Because I guess,
people's hypothesis of, or not hypothesis. What's the word? Yeah, is it hypothesis? No, is that the word? No, tell me.
Their guess.
Their guess, I guess. They're yeah. It's a guess. Like if you're throwing at the freaking, if you're trying to, there's going to be let's say thousands of people who are going to make their guess. There's going to be one person that's going to be right.
Right.
And that doesn't mean they know everything. It's just
No.
it's just an assumption or just a guess. So educated guess. So I mean,
But let's say you hear that, and then you're like, okay, I wish you could have not known that. So by the time I experienced this with a fresh set of eyes.
that's their fault for deep diving into it because it's like
let's look at Naruto, right? I have nothing. I know zero about the culture, like where Kishimoto pulled ideas for Naruto from Japan. I don't know, but I know from what you've told me is they had 20, 40, 100 chapters before we even got to see Madara. They already knew that he had this jutsu or these clones, these invisible clones that would fight, would protect him. I had no idea. So when you see Sasuke use his Rinnegan, you see he has these clones. I'm like, when the fudge was that? I never knew that. But people, oh no, this was theorized about 50 chapters ago because of this name that he uses for this thing, and that means this in Japanese.
Yeah.
So it's like, did that ruin your? I mean, I don't know if you were active in those, but did that ruin the surprise or like, oh man, I wish I didn't know that because.
Not necessarily.
Some people
because I feel like it was very broad. No, the history, the background behind, and then the execution of the story.
But it felt, I guess, for Naruto specifically, it felt like, again, I wasn't there when it was actually happening, but it felt like a lot of it was already predicted because they pulled and they from from Japan history, from Japanese history, even up to Kaguya. They even got to that point because they're like, this is the infamous Tsukiyomi. There's that legend about Kaguya, the princess. They talk about, the mother of chakra, like where it began. It's like, it has to be Kaguya that's going to be the actual final boss. So people already like guessed that as well, which I did not know. I was like, what the freak? So it's like, did those people, were they ruined or were they just like, oh, I knew it. Yes, I'm right. Yeah, this is cool.
I think for me, if it is you get a theory based on a broad idea, sure. But if it gets like really specific of what this is going to be, beat by beat, I think that's when it kind of ruins the experience.
But I guess that's the difference between a theory and a leak. Because it's a theory is like...
No, but what if the theory is... It's a very specific theory that becomes a leak.
It doesn't become a leak because you weren't looking, you didn't find the information.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, so
you created this out of your top of your head and you were so accurate. You somehow were accurate.
Yeah, you were 100% accurate.
Like if you were to say like this, if you were to be like, let's say Star Wars Episode 7, you're like, oh, this is cool. You see the first trailer and then you have theories, but then all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, you say, and then Han Solo dies because he has a son named Ben Solo, and Ben is a bad guy, and then he stabs his dad to become a bad guy, and you're like, where the fuck did you get this from this trailer? What? How is this Ben Solo? Who was Ben? Where is this coming from? That's when it's a leak. But if it was just like, what if this guy is like related to like Luke or something, because those are those thought processes, then you can. But if you were to just straightly go do that kind of thing, that's a different story, man.
But what if you have a theory, like you think, oh, based on all the evidence that I collected, this is how I predict the ending to be. This is before the ending has been like developed or created.
If everything
that Diego did, again with Godzilla.
The thing is, if you're getting everything, like if everything's adding up to what you're seeing from what you originally have, let's say you came up with the theory of how Attack on Titan ends.
Sure.
Just because of how you saw everything going about, and you say, I think Aaron's going to attack the world and continue on his way, and something's going to happen with him to not do it.
But he planned it from the beginning.
Sure. But
then you could then you would be right, but it's not like you.
But the question is, will that take away your experience when you're watching the ending?
I guess how often do you put that much confidence in a theory?
I mean,
I guess that's a personal question then, because then if I don't put a lot of investment in a theory, and a theory gets proven to be right, it'd be like, oh, that guy actually called it
called it. That's
like
cool.
6 months ago. I was like that. I did not guess that.
I don't be like, oh man, he ruined it for me. I'll be like, oh wow, he was spot on. That's freaking crazy.
The only thing I could think of is if a theory you saw said something that you absolutely like, there's no way that can, and for some reason that's stuck in your mind, and as you're watching the movie, you're like, this guy is actually, I think he's right. No, he can't be right. And then he gets proven right, and it's something that you didn't want to see. That's when it could possibly ruin it for me. But again, I've never gotten, or I can't recall a time where I saw a theory and I was like, that's the stupidest thing. No, correction. No, that was a leak. Never mind. It wasn't a theory. I've never seen a theory of a movie where it ruined it because I was adamantly against what they're theorizing. A leak, yes, but not a theory.
So, like, an example I can think of is, let's imagine that the Harry Potter 7th book never came out. But you read all the previous books, and based on all your connections, or maybe you're studying really closely, you find out on your own, even before the book is finalized, Snape is a good guy. And then you actually get to see this. I don't know. Part of me...
Well, I guess, like, are you adamantly against him being a good guy?
Not necessarily. I think for, like, I was thinking
I guess
about
that's the question. I guess, like, are you vehemently adamant against that theory? I think that's where you're putting in an emotional investment into someone's words, whether they're something for or against. And I think if it's against, it tends to cling more to it, hoping that that's not right. That's how I feel like
our theory with that Toby was Obito, and he was like, "No, that's stupid." And then what happened?
I was so upset. I was like, "This is the stupidest thing. Why does that be Obito?" Because I didn't want it to be. That was the dumbest thing.
It ended in a good way.
Ramen guy.
Sad.
So
that was one. Like, you guys were okay. That was one. I was upset. I was like,
mine was just stupid because it's like Toby, Obito, Tobito.
You see,
that's what I said. I remember saying
you did say that.
No, you saw that, like, the face when he goes. There's a lot of
I was thinking ramen guy.
When he was phasing, and then Kakashi was like, "I can phase things," and he was like, "Where?" Did
I was even like, I was like, I knew it wasn't Shisui, but I was like, he would have been better for me than Obito.
Yeah, but Shisui has no reason to be bad.
I was just curious because part of the experience when I'm watching something or reading something is being able to see that for the very first time.
But again, it's like,
and if that is being taken away.
Do you want me to spoil Godzilla, the new one? Because I can spoil it for you because I know what's going to happen.
I don't want to hear the spoilers.
Okay, then.
Well, here's the thing, though.
That's my theory,
It's
a theory, not just a theory, a game. I'm just kidding. Wrong. Sponsored by bad people.
The thing is, what was it? Now I lost my train of thought. Dang it! Now I lost my train of thought.
I'll give you an example. I'll give you a good example. Well, actually, Matt. Okay, let's say I tell you a theory that this is, it turns out to be really accurate. This is how Rent a Girlfriend is going to end. Very specific. And let's say you don't like it, and that turned out to happen. How would that make you feel?
If the character died, I'd be happy.
No, that's the thing. If you told me a theory again, like, first of all, it's you, so you can't really present me with anything. If there's someone, but if I saw a video,
in a scenario that I give you a theory that's very specific, and
you give me all the evidence as to why it's that
before the ending has been completed.
Again, it'd have to be something that I absolutely hate. Like, and for Rent a Girlfriend, honestly, if they get together, I'm already upset because this manga has been stupid. Every choice from not even Kazuya, but for Chizuru has been stupid, and I hate myself for reading this more than anything else because it just has gotten stupid. But so if you were to tell me and say, well, and that's a trope, I'd be like, no, Paul, they better not get together. They better be that he somehow finds redemption with mommy and gets back, even though I hate her, because them getting together is stupid, and the total loop that they have to do to get together is the stupidest shiz ever.
No, it'd be funny if it ends with it's him talking to his kids, and he's like, and that's how I met your mother.
I thought that'd be funny. That'd be hilarious.
No, fuck that. That manga deserves to burn, dude. That manga sucks.
But the thing that I kind of conflicted is having the experience when I'm reading something for the very first time.
Oh, I was gonna say, don't watch trailers then.
No, I'm talking about trailers. I'm talking about anything
Well, yeah, but trailers can tell you. He got all that from a trailer.
But not necessarily trailers. Like, for another example I can think of, hey, there's people talking about how Doomsday is going to end. Talking. They're just talking. They don't have any evidence. They're just talking based on some information that they collected.
Yeah.
Oh, well, because I mean,
but again, it's funny how they have that when I know for a fact that they've said that they haven't finished the script, the ending.
But the thing is,
but hey, they can make a guess.
And not even if the Russos though.
Aligning the
they could, yeah, they could.
well, the thing is, you got to look at it this way too. they can have a fine idea because the Russos are taking ideas from comics, but not everything is perfectly going to be from the comics. Sure. But they can kind of have a rough idea of what it is, and then twist it to how come Tony Stark is Doctor Doom, or is this really Tony Stark, or is this a variant, or is this just a face that looks like Tony? Why? And then if you're a comic nerd and you delved into these alternate universes or alternate timelines in the comics, you can kind of have a rough idea of like what it can be. And like I said, 1,000 people throwing it at the wall is going to stick to the landing. So, and one of them is going to be right.
So the question, I guess, would be: would you rather be surprised, or be like, "Oh, that person got it right"?
Well, the question is, I guess my question would be: am I going to invest anything in the words that they're saying about it or the theory that they're theorizing? Sure. I personally don't put much thought into it. I'm like, oh, cool. I can tell you, I probably did see. I don't even know what movie. I saw the theory or even something about a movie, and I'm like, and I just didn't remember it. Yeah, I think I got the ending of what was that movie called?
Interstellar.
Nope. It was that scary movie. I saw it with what?
Weapons?
Yeah. I think I got that spoiled to me from a video that I don't even remember watching, but I think I did. But it didn't stick to me. I was like, cool. Right. So again, it depends if I invest my time into actually remembering it.
Like for me, that would be the same thing, but it'd be like, I don't remember it. And then when I see the film, I'd be like, why does this sound familiar? And I'll be like, oh, this guy that I watched this video from 6 months ago, he was right. And then I'll go to the video and he said it. I was like, that's so cool. But I'm not going to be like, man, this guy's an asshole. He spoiled the film for me. It's like, no, because he didn't know. If he were to say these are spoilers,
sure. They just
like going back into that circle. That's it. That's
I mean, you guys,
it doesn't ruin it for me.
Not you, but I mean, I don't know if you do this, but I know Miles and Mr. Mister talk a lot about what theories they have on One Piece and what's going on.
Yeah, a lot of the theories are wrong, though. A lot of these One Piece theories are kind of fucking morons. They've only been right like twice.
No, but Again, I don't know. Again, it depends on how much weight you put in those theories. I think that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm mostly curious on that because I was just wondering that. Yeah. That's very random. But all right.
I don't care much, but it's all good.
Anyways,
alrighty, guys.
We got a tangent.
That is it. Thanks for the tangent.
That was a good question.
That's a good question.
I liked it.
I don't put much thought into it, but that's cool. Anyway, guys, that is it for tonight. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, you can watch this episode first on YouTube, and then if you just want to listen to the audio, you can listen to it 2 weeks later on Podomatic, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you listen to podcasts. You can follow us on all our social media accounts on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Chibino Podcast, capital C, capital N, capital P. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you later. This is David the Smash Fan.
Mister.
Boryana.
And this is Chibino Podcast. We out.